out some scenarios around moving your customers through to the possibility of having them really feel like a brand partner and start to share. And so what we're going to do is role play one or two scenarios that happen when we first just bring on those silvers, particularly. And those silvers are usually, even though they're silver, they're often not there to be a brand partner. They're just there to be a customer. But silver, as we know, gets them their best price on product. So I'm actually going to start all the way back from that moment. If you close one of those sales with a silver, I'm just going to show you what that looks like. So I am going to screen share, and I'd love the thumbs up if you can see my screen. Can you see that? Okay, you can see so this is the order form. So we have some training on this, and you can ask your brand partner about that, where the access to that training is. But we call this a partnership call, when you really come to the opportunity to say, particularly if they've watched the video in advance. And I want to make note of that one more time. Often your partnership call and the close call will feel so much more effective if they've watched something like that testimony video before. A, they've learned about the technology. B, they've heard some incredible stories that really build hope and belief in them as they listen to some storytelling and testimonies. Often it's people that are in those testimonies that you can say, I personally know them. And for some of you on this team, the testimonies we're now sharing are your stories. And so to be able to say it's me or my team member, as opposed to just a stranger, that builds incredible belief. The third thing that we do at the end of that call is we basically, Andrew and I, or whoever's going to do those calls, Stella and Angel will do the next one, which is super exciting. We present this part in the presentation, and we share the heart of it and why. So it's less that you have to do. You might need to reiterate what we do, but it's also one of the practices would be go back to that testimony call that you're going to start sending and watch it again, as well as some of the other opportunity calls. The reason why we say, even if you've got no one on an opportunity call, have it on in the background of your day, all the this is it opportunity calls, because you're going to start to learn language. You're going to hear how they present this opportunity. You're going to start to pick up on verbiage that builds your confidence. So jump on an opportunity call any chance you have, when you're driving, when you're out, when you're cooking dinner, all the rest of it. You don't have to have someone on that call to be on them. And then this one, the particular testimony video that we're sending out right now, both the first one and then the second one you just did as a team, watch towards the end of it and watch the way Andrew and I just present this opportunity as it comes to sharing or building. Basically, as you come to this moment with people, you do ask to get on a call because you really want to just have a connection with them and say, we'd love to see what pack is going to suit you best. So let's say, just for the sake of this call, they've come in at a silver. At a silver, they're possibly not thinking about sharing. They're not thinking about selling. They're not thinking about really being a business builder. They've probably come in at a silver because it's what they can invest in and afford right now. And when you come in at a silver, you're not thinking a lot about sharing because you only get a few packs. And that's totally okay. This is as much about the silvers and the people getting well as it is about people building wealth. And we love both. So the way we treat our silvers is you need to treat them like a customer more than a brand partner. And the way you're going to really treat this customer is you need to give them a little bit of customer service and customer care. We find business builders need less care around the usage themselves because they're always thinking other people. So even if they haven't got a testimony, at 3 weeks, they're not worried about turning their auto ship off if they don't have a testimony, because they're going, no, I've got an auto ship on because it's basically just the auto ship to unlock my business potential. And so they're not just going, does this work? Doesn't this work? They're thinking differently. They're thinking like, oh, that activates my business. But a customer is going to be thinking, do I need it? Do I want an auto ship on? And what if it's not working for me yet? So this is usually what happens around the silver, whether you did 3x39s in the silver and just popped another x39 or a support patch in the auto ship. Or if you went more naturally these days, we might go 2 of the x39 and 2 aeons for the anti-inflammation in the silver pack. And you'll be explaining to them it's literally like a day patch and a night patch. One for inflammation at night, one for regeneration during the day. So repair at night, regeneration during the day. If they've done that, they still might say, well, why do I need an auto ship next month? So what I'm going to do now is just stop sharing and show you what we usually do when it comes to that moment. So I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to show you my login. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to organization. We're going to go to Downline's monthly subscription. And we are going to go to, if you're not leading a team yet, you don't need to think about your binary tree because there are other people in your organization. If you're an enroller and you don't yet have a team that's building, you go to enroller tree and you're going to see when people's monthly auto ship is due out. You want to be looking at this minimum twice a week, even if you've got one partner, 2 partners, 3 partners, customers, because you want to make sure about 3 to 5 days before this auto ship is due out, you want to be contacting your customer, your brand partner who bought it wholesale, and you want to be asking about a quick call to see their experience. You want to say to them, your auto ship's due out in about 5 days. Love to just connect, make sure we've got in there what you need, and we'd love to hear your experience. So this is where you're going to see the dates. If we move this over just a little bit more, you'll see over here, next process date, right over here to the right. So I'll use this as an example. Kimberly's was due out. She bought gold mainly because she just had enough people she wanted to be patching. She wasn't ready to build a business, but she just wanted to share and got it at the best price, gold. So I messaged her. I said, your auto ship's about due out. How is it going for you? I did that on text, no problem. Based on her response was based on whether I quickly picked up the phone or whether I just said, hey, can we chat tomorrow? I'd love to just make sure you've got what you need. She said, I'm going to push my auto ship out. We got a gold. We've still got enough. I said, hey, can I pop on a quick call with you? And then she said, yeah, no problem. So I said, tell me about your experience. And then we began. I've got Michelle on this call, part of our team. You had a similar experience where someone has said, I'm not yet feeling anything. Can you just tell me a little bit about that, Michelle? And we'll just role play when someone says that, what we do next, particularly if their auto ship's about to come out.
Sure. So I had reached out to her. She had been patching for about 2.5 weeks. I sent her a text and said, hey, just wanted to see how the patching is going, see how you're feeling. Hope you're reaping all the benefits that we are. And she responded and said, well, I haven't really noticed any change, but I think it's too soon to see results. I have been eating well and drinking water.
Amazing. What did
So,
you do next?
I said, that's good information you shared. Water is so good for the flushing aspect since your stem cells are continuing to work on your body. Thanks for letting me know. And then I sent her a message that said, here's a call we had on Sunday where I shared mine and my husband's testimony. It was a lot of fun, but I was super nervous.
Mhm.
So that was how I responded to her. And that was just a screenshot. So I'm not in the actual text to see the rest of the
No,
message.
that's
But
perfect. All right. When's her auto ship due out?
so that's a good question. I can look on my back office and see. I want to say it's coming up within the next week or two.
Okay. So I hear in that text message that she's not about to cancel an auto ship. But when you have it, when something like that comes back and she says, I haven't yet seen results, based on that, she thinks she's willing to wait and start to keep seeing results, that's great. But she may not, just based on the fact that she could go, well, I'm going to push it out, I'll see how I go. You're not sure there. Any moment like that, and we don't want this to be huge time investments. Sometimes the texting back and forth, it's so much better to say, hey, can I just take a 5-minute call with you? That's all it is. Calls are better than Zoom sometimes. They're just because people will do them on the fly. This business is built a lot on these quick calls, right? We think it's a lot of Zoom, but it's actually more effective, can happen when you pick up the phone and call, particularly around a frustration or a non-result yet, right? But even when someone sends me a good news story, right? Like, oh my gosh, this is happening. I literally pick up the phone and I'm like, I just want to celebrate. That's incredible. High
Mhm.
energy, really high energy, genuine, but high energy. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm wondering if I can capture that story soon. This is incredible. Who else are you telling? So you just, it's quick. You can be on the run. This is not sitting at a desk feeling like it's office and you got to dress up and look good. This is
Mhm.
really relational, right? Connection with people. And sometimes the more Zoom and formals and have your microphone and, camera on, the less you get people to those calls, right? Um, so my suggestion would be, from there, you're gonna just say, hey, thanks for the feedback. Can we just take a quick call? And what I wanted to just show you, if it's not too late, I wanted to just reference in your welcome Google document from Angel and Stella, there
Mhm.
is the opportunity to look at the health tracker. You actually have it in two places. If you have your app, your LifeWave app,
Yes.
and you go to media, right there, right down the bottom of the media section, I'm just going to pull my app up and show you. You actually have the health tracker on under media. Let's go to media and I'm going to just show you. So you go into your app, you go to the word media, you scroll
Mhm.
all the way down, right
Okay.
at the bottom. You have to go over a little bit to see it. Actually, now it's moved. They move these once you get more. Uh, it's called how to use. Okay. Now I just did it. I literally just did it yesterday. So be really quick and I'll edit some of this out. Health tracker.
And I tried to use the magnifying glass and didn't come
Does
up,
it
but
say, does it say how to use? How,
how
what to
to
expect? Maybe I think the word's what to expect.
turn.
Okay. I don't want to take the time. I'm going to put it, when I do this video, I'll put it in the YouTube. I'll put it in the link where it is. But
Okay.
you also have that health tracker at startx39.com.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a health tracker right there. So let me just show you that. So what I'll do is, if I didn't send it to them in those early first few days, I'll just send it and I'll say, listen, I didn't get you this health tracker, but if you had a chance, and I'm going to just find it right here. Let's go start X. I'm going to do it right now. I've got all my tabs open. Start X39.com. Can you see now a new screen here? Can you see
Mm-hmm.
one called Start X39? Yep. Okay, so you scroll down this one and you will find the health tracker right here. So
Okay.
that's actually a great discipline to go, hey, I'm going to send you a website, and then you screenshot it. You say, click the health tracker, please, print it off. I want to see if you found any benefits. And as we work through those benefits just quickly for you, I want to make sure in the auto ship, you've got what you need to keep those benefits going. And if you haven't noticed any benefits yet, then I just want to have a quick chat to you about that to make sure that, again, you've got what you need. This
Mm-hmm.
is amazing because most people won't have thought of some of these benefits. So they'll be looking for their results from the issue they came in with, especially at silver. They're
Okay.
going, I want to fix my pain. I want to fix my migraine. I want to fix this. They're not thinking optimal wellness. And so
Mm-hmm.
for those people, you really have to train them to orient towards noticing changes, especially if they've been sick, especially if they've been in pain. So this health benefits tracker, even though they won't have done before, if it's only 3 weeks, they might still be able to reverse engineer their thinking and go, a few weeks ago, man, I wasn't as mobile. I wasn't
Mhm.
feeling like this. I had more inflammation or headaches. So the health tracker is a brilliant resource to serve our customers with. So the real practice once they've done the order is actually sending this health tracker with them and then saying, keep it to yourself. But around week 3, I'll be really excited to see around 21 days if you've got any noticeable differences going on for you. So, and then you can share about some of yours, as you said, right? So, but training people to think wellness, a resource like the health tracker does really well.
Okay.
So, how do you feel, Michelle, about a follow-up like that? Does that feel helpful, or do you have more questions around what that could sound like?
No, that sounds good. I mean, she's pretty open and receptive to listening. I just pulled up my back office. It looks
Mhm.
like she doesn't have an actual renewal date. So
Okay.
that might be a different discussion because
Yeah.
I can see my other people there, but just not hers.
Okay. Yeah. All right. The second, in your document from Stella, the second thing I'd like to show you is, just going to get that document up actually. Um, it's a Google document. I'm going to pull this up. Yeah, and I'll edit this so it doesn't sound as
Mhm.
unorganized, but we're just shifting a little bit from looking for, I don't want to drill down right now into looking for these business builder potentials. I really feel like right now we're just talking about, where you guys are at with just supporting your customers as well.
Mhm.
So okay, what I'm going to do, let's go back here. Again, I'll put it in the YouTube video. So they have a brilliant 6-minute video from one of the quantum team called Alex. And it's basically a what to expect video. And she'll just talk in that video about the longer term. Listen, you may not feel anything for up to 90 days. That is another brilliant response to that question that you're going to get from customers a lot, which is, nothing's happening. They're not quitting. It's just they don't have an
Mhm.
auto ship in, so they may not renew. So the two things I'll do is the health tracker if they haven't got it, and Alex's video. It's in your Google document.
Okay.
And I'll just reference and I'll put in a screenshot where that is. The last thing I'd like to show you then in this training, let's say Michelle, that she's like, you say, hey, I notice you don't have an auto ship on. I understand you got a silver, but could I offer you the opportunity to just pop a support patch in and see if maybe adding an Eon in might really just help your body keep repairing, right? And regenerating. She says, no, don't want to. I just want to stick with the X39. We don't force these conversations. But if she
Mhm.
goes, yeah, I'm open to that. Like, I'd like to, especially, hey, I'd like to get an auto ship on for you because we just want to keep you accessing the best price. If you do choose to continue, that's what an auto ship does. It teaches them, like, hey, if an auto ship's on, I can keep accessing this wholesale price. So
Okay.
I would love to show you how to do that because if they do want it on, I'm just going to go back to my back office. Say it was, okay, so now we're going to screen share this. Say I didn't have auto ship on and then you needed to turn it on. You don't go to monthly subscriptions. That's where you can see if it's on. For example, if you, and I love that you can see it in your enroller tree as well. I guess, did you notice it had a cross? Is that why you noticed she doesn't have an auto ship on?
I saw it in the binary tree that it was like an X, I believe, or something. And I was like, oh, this doesn't look like it's an auto.
Exactly. Yeah, perfect. So you just went to this. I guess you did this. one or two, you did this. And then here where it says status or auto order, it'll be a cross if they
Yeah.
don't have an auto order on it. Exactly. If it's got a little like warning sign, it means that they've pushed out their auto ship too far for the 31 days. And all
Got
that means is they're not going to access volume. So friends, if I have someone that I know is just trying the product but might want to share it, I speak really honestly to them and I say, listen, you might be trying the product, but you've already told me there's a bunch of people you want to share with. You know that the company will compensate you for sharing. I do now just want to speak to that auto ship more than just, do you need another product? And then I just stop. I say, is it okay if I just quickly talk to you about the business side for a second, just so you understand how the compensation works? And they say, yeah, no problem, if they do. And then I say, okay, if you keep an auto ship on, and then I bring them into I say, can I just show you something in your back office? So I take them to their home and they will absolutely have over to this left-hand side, they'll have some volume accumulating, even though they're not doing anything. They'll also have other names down here. So what I say to these people in their own back offices, I say to them, listen, you may not yet care about this, but if you get a result or you feel confident in this product and you start sharing it, because we're all busy sharing and building, what happens in this flow is these people just end up not on your team, but their volume and their activity ends up being a really great benefit to you longer term if you want to share. If you turn your auto ship off or don't keep it on every 31 days, you'll lose all this volume accumulating. Does that matter to you? And they'll be like, doesn't matter, don't care. Then I stop the conversation. But if they say, okay, tell me a bit more, I say, well, just with one auto ship, like a support patch or an X39 coming into your home every month, then this keeps the volume going. So if one day you want to share, later on, it will start popping in just some what we call matching bonuses. I even go one step further and I just go, if you'd like to see what that looks like, for example, it just looks like this month I got what's called a bonus cycle. I got $200 and I got some matching bonuses. And that's not from anything I did. It's just because I've got a really beautiful flow happening in my organization. Would that ever interest you? Oh, yeah. Like, how much do I have to do that? No, you just got to share with 4 people, and then all that would start to flow back to you. So I don't go into the detail, but I do let them know, because if I don't let them know, later I've already had a few people say, why didn't you tell me to not turn auto ship off? So I have learned to give them the opportunity.
Okay.
Any questions around that?
No, no, that makes sense.
Okay. So then,
Um, I have a question, Vanessa.
yeah.
Could you explain the volume?
Yeah.
What is that exactly? I don't even know what that is.
Okay. So volume, do you mind, Carolyn, if I just, no one, there's nothing in there to see of yours, but can I just show you what I mean by your volume?
Yeah.
No one will know your login. I'm just going to show you, and we can always take this out if it doesn't, you know, okay, didn't work. Don't worry, I won't.
Okay.
I won't show you. What I'm going to do though is show you volume is happening for everyone, because you are both, all of you are in just these 2 legs, and everything we do is flowing down underneath you.
Spillover? Like spillover?
Over. It's exactly what it is. It's
Okay.
spillover volume. It's not your personally enrolled people, but it's called spillover volume. I'm using my volume, so I'm getting matching bonuses all the time. But someone on my left leg right now has 18,000 points because they're not sharing yet. And so their volume keeps accumulating. If they don't use it and they don't get matching bonuses, when they do start to share, they've got thousands of volume that can match. And the company, every time the spillover happens and they start working, the company pays them 50 extra dollars for that volume that is accumulating in their organization. It's one of the ways you get paid in LifeWave.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have to have your auto ship turned on to receive your volume.
Yeah, and that remember we were having you and I were having that conversation. Don't turn your auto ship off, right?
Yeah.
Like so
I'm sorry I have it off, but I'm still trying to figure all this out. Okay.
don't worry. And you know what, Carolyn, this I want people to hear this. This is a classic example of like you don't have to understand that and you're not ready. And I can only convince you so much without going into detail because you've grown in your passion to want to do this. You were just wanting to get it for yourself. Then you realize you want to start sharing. Now you're saying, Vanessa, I want this. I want all of this. I'm ready to run with this, right?
Now I'm going to build a sales funnel.
You're going to build a sales funnel, but you are classic. And that's why I want to encourage this training. You came in at silver. We decided to talk about gold. You're ready to go to diamond when you move to Montreal and back over to the other part of the US. You are actually generally how this company is built. Yes, lots of people come in at diamonds, but people get a confidence in this and they just upgrade and then they just begin to share. But I could only emphasize so much. Listen, volume matters because you weren't in a business head early on, right? Around this. So, this is what we just mean by, and even though I say volume matters, even if you switch it back on, you're still going to get exciting volumes start to reactivate, right? In your downlines. So you're a win-win either way. But I do want to just finish by showing you if you want to switch someone's volume on, you're going to auto ship on, you're going to go to all products. You don't go to monthly subscription because you can't activate a monthly subscription if it's not on from there. You want them on either you want 110 BV, which is volume, which is an X39 and a support patch. You want them on that if they want to maximize if they're ready to start sharing. If they just say, no, I just want to at least stay active, you only need them on one, like a 99, an X39. So you come into the X39 here, you don't add it to cart or one-click order. You add it to monthly subscription. So this isn't going to come out straight away. This is now going to go up in their cart. And then you go up to their cart. You go to checkout. I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to show you. You go to wherever they need it shipped. You now do this. You say monthly. And you want to have it if you can now, and they say, yes, I want to stay active. You bring it into, you see wherever their first order was, which is back up in the right-hand side that says orders up there, up here. You bring it to orders, you check their date, then you come here and you make sure it's within the 31 days of their first order or their next order going out. You press continue. And then all you need from them is their CVV. And if you have their CVV, then you now are able to go continue. It'll go to billing. You'll enter a CVV right there. And then you'll say pay with this card. And the date you chose for it to be paid is the day it will now come out. And they'll get that product. So that is called switching on someone's auto ship, monthly auto ship if they don't have it on. And that is, everyone will do it because a lot of people will switch it off and you just want to have a conversation if you want to help them switch it back on. Again, these are not immediate business builders, but they are people that are willing to listen to you and say, okay, I will switch my auto ship back on. And I played down the whole volume thing in terms of too much technical. And I just say, if you trust me, would you just have your auto ship on just so that later, if you go to share, you've got access to our volume? And if they say, no, I'm not in the financial position, I trust that they can come back in at any time, switch their auto ship on, and they're still going to build volume because we're still all busy sharing and building, and it's growing fast. So you're never too late at all. But that's what I would do. That's what I would do, say, with, of course, with you, Carolyn. That's what I would do with Michelle, your people. And that's what I spend some of my time doing. I've done it long for you, but all of that whole activity doesn't need to take me more than 30 minutes. And all of a sudden, I've got a loyal customer benefiting, as well as their auto ship going on means it benefits me, but it also benefits them. So any questions around that particular support of particularly your silvers and your golds too? Sometimes they turn it off, but any questions around that before I stop the recording?
What's the big main difference between gold and platinum? Like I know platinum you get, sorry, not platinum, diamond.
Mm-hmm.
So diamond, you get a whole bunch of packages. Are those packages meant to be used for yourself, or you're supposed to be selling those packages or giving them out? How does that work?
It's an amazing question. So diamond is where you, instead of it being 99 for an X39, it's 84. So immediately you're saving $15 per pack. You're getting at least 3 months worth of free product in the way they have given you the cost of that diamond. Secondly, you're saving about another 450 to 500 US, maybe 600, because you push out your auto ship when you get a diamond 3 months, 90 days. You don't have to auto ship, and it drip feeds that volume into your back office so that you don't have to be on auto ship and all that volume keeps active.
There we go.
Ooh, sorry.
It's okay.
Coming back.
So that's diamond is 3 months auto ship. So all that drama around auto ship, you don't have to think about it for 3 months, because it just, you push out the auto ship with that order for 3 more months. And then the company gives you 90 days to be at what's called senior director ranking with that diamond. So anytime you onboard someone, you're getting maximum compensation. So if you onboard another diamond, you get $500 US. So 3 diamonds and your diamond has been covered. If you're only at gold and you onboard a diamond, you only get 100 of that commission, and the rest flows up to the next diamond in your upline there. So it's a brilliant one when
That's why I'm gold.
you're gold. Okay, James, so you're gold.
So does that mean that in a month they will take it out, or 2 months? I'm gold.
If you're gold, your auto ship needs to come out every month. It's only diamond you push out your auto ship.
Okay.
Yeah. But gold, you can activate a business. Gold, you can be sharing. Gold, you can get commission. You just don't maximize the commission off a diamond.
Yeah, and what I've been doing is, because I do also, I'm a coach also at Tavia.
Yeah.
And then plus I work full time, and I'm also a musician. But I've been sharing the patches of a few people where they get the benefits and they love it, but they don't want to get in even in silver. And I try to convince them the saving, and I give them the video, and they're saying, well, financially. So one of them, it was my sister, said, just order me one. So I said, all right, you know what, I'm going to order you one. But I'm still trying to convince her later on to get in as a silver and then be a customer.
Yeah.
But I do share the patches, and that helps me to share the patches without affecting my order.
Yeah. And you know what? Even at gold, this is what Tessa here in Australia, she's pretty much ranking right through to presidential and just about to be senior. So here in Australia, they're very cautious as well around, wholesale and auto ships and what is this and all that. So she says, sell someone one of your months at retail. You're allowed to do that. But that would be 150 US, and you would sell that to them And so instead of them getting it for 99, you're going to don't give them the discount because you want them to understand wholesale is where you get it at 99. And the first place you get it at 99 is when you buy silver. So she says, sell them one of your packs at 150 and tell them after a month of use, because you love it, let's get you 3 packs for the price of 2 packs at retail. And that's
Right.
how the silver end up coming on.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So she
Okay.
says, don't give them the discount until they're willing to come into the wholesale price. Because also they
Exactly.
need to understand mindset. Give this product 90 days. You have to give it 90 days. If you just give it a month,
Exactly.
you may not see the results.
And that's what I'm doing too. And so, and then one of them went to Amazon and looked for it and found it for 149. I was like, what in the world's happening?
Yeah. Yeah. So 149 is the retail price is 149, 150, right? But here's what you got to say. LifeWave is suing anyone that's a brand partner selling it on Amazon. First of all, they will find them
Right.
and they will get rid of them. Secondly, the corruption on Amazon and those other sites is people are faking them out of China and they're not the real thing.
Exactly.
And so
Ooh.
say to people, do
Wow.
not ever.
Good to
And
know.
the other thing they're doing, they're using the patches, then they're putting their back on them, closing it all back up again in
Oh,
the
no.
way
Oh
they
snap.
can. And they're selling complete fraudulent products on Amazon. So
And then that's what I told her too. I said, you also don't know how long they had that envelope. It could have been voided already.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So, but it's a good point. But from you, they're allowed to buy retail at 150 cash, whatever you want. Like just get them to
Okay.
buy it from you, try it, and then say, now let's do silver when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay. So when you signed up for Diamond, how many packs do you get at how many packs do you get in that one batch?
Yeah. So so basically it depends if you're an upgrade. If you're just buying diamond at the very beginning, you are getting, I'll just pull it back up again one more time. You're getting 19, basically you're getting $1,700 worth, $1,600 worth, but you can create that kit with all the X39 you want. And if you want to share some at retail, that's perfect, or give some out and then people order and give it back. But you also can add these support patches in. So you can get other products that you know are just more like support to people's journeys, and you can have them. So a glutathione, for example, I add it into everyone's diamond kit because the glutathione patch, for anyone that's ever got a virus or infection or a fever, 1 day of the glutathione and the fever is like flushed out of their body. So it's more like put it in your medicine cabinet. That's those kind of things. So you get as much as you need for you or people you want to share with or sell to, but you add a few support patches in, and support patches are half the price of the X39, so you get more of them. So say you're getting diamond from scratch, 19 sleeves of X39, or about 25 to 30 sleeves if you include some of the support patches and less of the X39. If you're doing an upgrade from gold to diamond, you're getting $1,100 worth of that product. And we make that up in your back office in your kit. And
Right.
so you just get a little bit less because you already got your 5 or whatever in your golds.
And so I signed up at silver, right, Vanessa? It was silver.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
go from silver to diamond. How
Yeah.
many do I get?
You're going to get, well, you got 3 originally. Well, you got a few, we added a few into that silver. So you basically are going to get approximately 16 times the X39, or 16 times X39, maybe like 11 of the X39 and with the
Okay.
support patches.
Okay. Yeah, I got 4 from.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
then,
Yeah, we'd
With
make up a few, and I'd definitely, based on where you're going, I'd put all those support patches in, even just a month's worth as samples for you, so that you just have everything in the diamond ready to go.
And then I could, like what Tessa said, I could sell them like at retail. Somebody's like, oh, I'm not ready to sign up online. Can I just buy a package
Yeah.
from you?
Yep.
Say $150 American dollars, please. But if you want to pay less,
Yep.
sign up at silver, and then you'll pay 99, but you'll,
Yes,
et cetera, et cetera.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a great, it makes so much sense for me that that's what you would just do, sell it at retail and then move people to silver when they're ready. And then when they've done silver, like we just said to Michelle, do a check-in, upgrade them to gold for 200 if they're ready to share, and then gold all the way up. That's if they're just a general customer. If you're a business builder, go diamond as quick as you can.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. It's clear now.
I'm going to stop the recording. It was longer than 10 minutes, but at least if people want to kind of listen into some of those practical applications, then I'll also put some links in the YouTube to what I just referenced.